Right, let's wait, see what happens. I wasn't planning to do this one tonight, but I don't know. Well, I might as well turn it on. Right, I'm trying out one of these new KA. Well, it's not new; it's been out for quite a while. KA Sparkling Carabiner Cola. It tastes freaking horrible. No, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to drink it because I don't want to be throwing money down the drain. It's only like 59p, I think. Right in? Yeah, 59p or two for £1. So I went round the old shop, got something to eat. I bought 8 cans of KA, but I only picked up one of the Caribbean Cola. Test it out, try it out. Fucking horrible. Bloody horrible, man. Yeah, it's foul. It tastes like if you're drinking sawdust. Yeah. So you're doing all right? I went out today to up in, to my bushcraft, to my milk detecting permission. Still can't detect on there because the ground's still so rock hard, and the landowner Ron don't want me detecting on there and digging holes at the moment until we get plenty of downpour and the ground starts getting a bit more softer. But I tried the woods just beside him because what he's told me is that there's a bit of a dispute between him and the council about that land. It's just like a little woodland. No, he's got woodland on his property, but there's another little woodland just beside him. So I went and tried that, and all what kept getting was trash. So trashy. Iron, steel, foil, pop cans, um, bottle tops. It's just so trashy. So I thought, you know what? I'll come out of there and I'll go on to the woodlands just beside at the back of his property. And even that was all trashy. So much trash. But I eventually gave up and I decided to go and look for some more permissions. And I actually got a new permission today. It's only a small area, small field, but it's been ploughed, so it's going to be easier to dig. So I hope to go up there next week, probably next weekend. Just waiting for my simplex metal detector to be sent back because it's out at repairs at the moment. It's not charging up because it's got like a lithium battery in it and it just ain't charging. So sent that out with special delivery. Actually cost me like 15 quid, but it turned up there today, I believe. I hope it did because I looked on the internet and the shop doesn't close till 12:30, and whoever it was signed for it at 11:30. So I'm hoping they're gonna like look at it. The only thing is they bloody close on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I think. So I don't think it'll be sent back to me until Wednesday. Hopefully, get it back Thursday. But yeah, I've got a new permission to do this field. Yeah, but before I get to that bit, yeah, I was walking around quite a long time here looking for this other place, and no one knew where this particular person lived. Although I spoke to another person a bit later on in the daytime, he goes, "Oh, he lives in the second like caravan site." And I said, "Well, I went in there and spoke to a couple of girls, and they said that they don't know the guy." So he goes, "Oh yeah, he definitely lives in there. You just like have to go in and ask a few more people, kind of thing, because like this particular person I was looking for apparently owns quite a bit of land. So, but I couldn't find him. So I was also told to go to like this other place, and I practically walked past the damn thing, because it's so hidden. I'd speak to this lady, and she went in and got a um, Apple tablet, And she come out, she goes, "Oh, you're going to pass this down there." She goes, "It is one of those ones where it's so hard to see because, like, it's one of those out of way things. But, you just walk past these gates." So I said, "Okay." So I had to go back and, the gates were locked. Pushed the buzzer a couple of times, still no one answered. So I just stuck one of my metal detecting hobby cards there. Now, there is quite an interesting church up there, actually, where I was today. And it's kind of open. You can just it's got like a very small wall. So next time I'm up there, because I do want to try to get into this particular area. Well, not an area, but I need to try to get to this particular building to see if I can get permission to do some land. Because I believe that the guy or the people who live there owns a lot of land. So I'm going to go up there again, probably in the next couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't know. When I get up there, I'm going to go to the cemetery and do a little video on there because it looks pretty interesting. It's got like a lot of old headstones in there, and it's right next to like a cricket field. So I bet the old spirits come out and watch the old people playing cricket every now and then. I would if I was a spirit in a bloody cemetery and I was bored. I'd be sitting out there watching the old cricket. Not that I'm a cricket fan, but it'd be something to do, I suppose, wouldn't it, really? But yeah, I was walking around for quite a long time today after leaving my, permission, my bushcraft camp. Because my landowner told me a particular guy, owns land. I should have got the guy's phone number actually, but I didn't. Ron's got it. So next time I go over there, I'll just say, Ron, I couldn't find it. Can you give me his phone number? I'll ring him up and get his address details, and I'll pop down and see him and see what happens. But he did give me this other person's name, lady's name, who owns some land for horses. I actually found that one okay, but she wasn't there. Lady I spoke to, she goes, "Oh, they had a bit of a heavy night last night, so they're probably sleeping off. So that's some kind of do." So I said, "Well, is there any chance I can give you one of my hobby cards and get her to text me or email me?" I said, "It's not worth calling me because my phone's usually turned off quite a lot because the battery sucks on it." She said, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that." She goes, I just said, tell her, Ron told me, that she might be able to let me do a bit of detecting over there. So the thing is, I've known him for 2 years, and I would have thought that he would have gave me, all these details long ago, but maybe because I'm getting a bit fed up not being able to get out and do a little metal detecting. Maybe he's feeling a little bit sorry and thinking, well, let's give him a few names and, at least he won't be digging up our land, and leaving clogs everywhere, which I'm not. It's just that when you dig a hole in the ground, it doesn't go back in the way you want it to go back in. It kind of leaves itself up a couple, about an inch. So, if you didn't realise it was there and you walked over it, you could definitely trip over. And, everyone's getting, he's not angry on things, he's just a little bit concerned about the ponies there. But I have been telling people, look, if I can get properties, permissions on land, yeah, there will be digging, yeah, because that's what, metal detecting's about. But I'm trying to keep my digs shallow digs. I don't want to be digging 5, 8, 10 inches down, kind of thing, because that's bloody heavy work, it takes a lot of energy out of you. It knackers you out rather quickly. And if you're digging down 8 inches, you're hoping and expecting to find something decent. But when you come across a bottle cap or fucking pool can, one of these pool can lids or a piece of rusty metal which hasn't got no use for it at all or hasn't got no history to it, it's bloody tiring work, I'll tell you, especially out in this hot weather. But I just kept walking around, and I was also told about this other guy who's got a lot of land, and he runs a shop. And I went and I found where he was, and I asked him, and he kind of turned around and said, "No, sorry." Now, this other guy I spoke to, the one who's, got shot and lots of land. This is what I didn't understand. He kind of like has got it. Well, he said he's the second biggest landowner around, yeah, but he rents the land from the council, I think. Then he rents it to other people. So he's renting like one particular piece of land, which is like say like 100 acres. He's probably splitting that or renting it to someone else who wants to actually rent it from him. Now he told me, right, it's council land, but if he's saying he's the second biggest landowner around, why could he not just say, yeah, okay, I'll give you one or two fields, to detect him, just like don't make a mess, cover your holes up and shit like that, kind of thing, which I normally try to do anyway. And any good finds I find, I always share them with the landowner. But this guy was like, nah, council property, council property. But he's saying that he's got all this land, but it's council property. So if it's council property, I shouldn't be asking him, should I really? I should be asking the council. Now the council is like, not our council, it's like way where I go to my permission. I'm not going to say where my permission is because someone could be watching and they might think, now we know where he is. We go and try to steal his permissions. Well, I ain't going to happen because I don't give out the details. But he said, no, this guy was a bit weird, he's an elderly guy. And, oh yeah, I've got like, I've purchased like about 13 properties over the years, yeah. And like, I'm the second biggest landowner around here. But, it's mainly council land. I thought, well, hang on a minute, if he's the biggest landowner, where's he getting the land from? Now, he did say what's happening is that people who buy land over there can't or won't do nothing with the fields. So what they do is that they sell the land, which the field area, like pasture, farm fields or whatever, to either him or the council. And they just keep like a small section for their house and the garden kind of thing. That's what he's trying to say. And I'm thinking, this guy's just talking a lot of bullshit, or But the answer was no, so I said, okay, thanks very much, and I just like left. I thought, fuck yeah. But after like leaving him, I had to go a certain way. So if I went back the way I came, it would have took a lot longer for me to go back to get the bus I normally get. But I knew where I was, so I thought I'd go down here. There was a couple of houses there with fields, and I thought, now I can't be bothered. So like I started picking up all these blackberries and eating them, just to build up my energy and all that shit, yeah. And I come across one field which was completely ploughed, all dug up. And I was doing the video at the time on me, for me metal detecting channel, Sue's Adventure one. And I thought, hey guys, look, this fucking field's ploughed. It's not a big field, but it's ploughed. Be nice if I can get permission on that one. So anyway, I walked down and I turned to the corner, and I thought the first house would have been it. I knocked on the door. I said, yeah, sorry to bother you, mate, but I'm looking for people who've got land around here where I can do some metal detecting on and try to get permission to do a little bit of digging and researching and like seeing what's hidden in the ground. She goes, oh, this ain't my land. You have to speak to the guy next door. So I said, okay, thanks a lot. So I went to his neighbour next door, and I spoke to this other guy. Well, the neighbour said, like, he's around the back, you'd have to, like, see if you can find him. He's not in his house, he's around the back. So I went around the back, couldn't find him. I called out a few times. The old dogs were barking. And I looked around the back, couldn't see him. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just leave a card in the letterbox kind of thing. He's got an outside letterbox, and the old dogs were barking. And I was just about going to walk off, and I had this guy go, hey, what's the matter, mate? Can I help you? I said, yeah, hello. I said, sorry to bother you on a weekend. But I was wondering if that land, the field at the back of you, was that your land? And he goes, yeah. I said, oh, great. I said, I'm just wondering if there's any possibility I can get permission to do some milk detecting on there. And I thought he was going to say no straight away. And he goes, well, you know what? I can't see why not. And I thought, whoa, fuck hell. I said, are you sure? He goes, yeah. He goes, like, you know, I stood there talking to him for about 15 minutes. Now, apparently, there used to be a guy who used to metal detect around that area about 10, 15 years ago. And he said he could have, like, completely wiped everything out. Took everything. I said, no. I said, because, like, there's stuff in the ground. And, like, over time, you know, it kind of, like, raises up. You know, especially when you're, like, ploughing, you know, you can be pulling stuff up. Nothing's never going to be not there. You know, there's always going to be something there. So then he goes, well, you know, about 15 years ago, and I've not checked this yet, but I'm going by on what he said. About 15 years ago, there was a hoard of Iron Age axes found on a field opposite him. Now, I know I've already asked the owner on that other field about a year ago if I could actually get permission to milk detect. And they said that they'd contact me back, but they never did. But that field where they found that hoard of axes, I think it's like medieval axes or something probably like a little bit earlier. I was talking about 12th, 13th century or something, yeah. Maybe a bit earlier. Might be a little bit later, I don't know. I can't even remember when the Saxons were around, to be honest with you. But yeah, Saxon hoard of like iron axes were found. So I'm thinking, oh, is he just saying that, or you know, is that real? So later on, I'm going to try to find out if there's any research that you know this hoard was found about 15 years ago. But if it's 15 years ago, it might not even be advertised on the internet. So I told him like, you know, if I find anything, you know, you can have first stabs. You know, because I always like to give the landowners at least something what I find, you know. Like I said to him, like even with my other landowner, Ron, I found a really nice button, and it's I put a picture on it Facebook, and people said that was an 18th century sporting button because it had like a beagle dog on it, yeah. And you know, in the Victorian times, you know, early in the Victorian times, they used to do a lot of hunting, didn't they? They used to use those beagle dogs or whatever they bleeping called. This one actually had like a beagle dog on it. And what I was told is like mid 18th, late 18th century. And the condition's in real good condition. And the value of it could be anything from 100 to 150 pounds. Well, I bought that home that particular day and posted it on Facebook, and that's how I found out what it was, how old it is, and how much it's worth. I went back up to Ron and I showed him it, and I said, "Yeah, mate, that's for you." He goes, "What is it?" I said, "It's a button. It's a sporting button. It's got a beagle on it. Found it in your land. It's like 18th century, mid 18th century, value 150 quid approximately. I want you to have it." He goes, "No, no, 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 you found it, you keep it." I said, "No, I may have found it, but I want to give it to you because it's come from your land and I want you to have it as a kind of like um, historical kind of like object." And he goes, "Oh, all right then, Steve, thanks very much, mate." He goes, "Oh, you know, I appreciate that." Uh, you know, he does a bit of coin collecting as well, and I have given him some old coins. And he goes, "Oh, well, I'll put that in with my coin collection." I said, "Yeah, just don't lose it because, like, you know, it's about 150 quid button there." But Ron's, you know, my landowner's been, you know, quite good to me. The only thing is, like, he's put like a little, not a band, but a halt on me detecting over there because, like, the ground's so fucking rock hard, you can't even get your spade in, can't even get your little digging trowel in the ground over there. So, unless you had like um, a woody section, which he has, but he's now got ponies in there. And when I went to my bushcraft to, like, you know, put my bag in, so I didn't want to carry my backpack while, you know, detecting this wooded area beside him. fucking ponies have been shitting everywhere again, haven't they? I thought, oh my god, here we go, here comes all the shit again. But you can't very well turn around and say, hey, keep your fucking ponies away from my shelter. Because otherwise he's going to turn around and say, oh, fuck you, mate, get out, get off my land. So, but it's been a bloody hot day again today. Walking around for hours. And finally, I actually got a new milk detecting permission. It's only probably about 2 acres, but it's better than nothing, kind of thing. So with the council, like this is what I don't understand, right? If you're renting land from the council, then isn't it not up to you on what you do with the land? Because you're paying, you're still paying rent, aren't you? So why can't, people who are renting from the council still turn around and say, yeah, knock yourself out, do some milk detecting? I think the council's more concerned that if someone who's renting from them is actually in one way allowing people to milk detect and they find a massive hoard, the council going to get kind of pissed because, they're going to lose out on that hoard, aren't they? Although that, in the past, on YouTube, I've seen people milk detecting. They kind of like shared the findings, the value, with council and the landowners, and then with the milk detectors group. But with certain councils nowadays, if you find a hoard and it's from someone that's renting land from the council's got the right to take everything and not give the person who rents the land or the person who actually found the finds with his milk detector. Like they can just turn around and say, "No, fuck off," because it's council land. All you're doing is renting it. But I thought if you was renting council land, you should be able to do whatever you want on the land. You're paying for it. I can't turn around. Well, you're digging. It's like gonna ruin the ground. It's not because if it's fucking farmland, the farmers go along and plant crops, and they harvesting it and using these fucking great big combine harvesters and these tractors to plough the fields and everything. So it's digging in it in one way. Well, it is digging. Come on, think about it. It is fucking thinking. It's fucking thinking. It is digging. Hello, paranormal seeker. So, people have said to me, well, keep trying, don't give up. I know it's hard work trying to find a permission. Some people have turned around and said, you might get 1 out of 20. You might get 1 out of 50. You just got to keep walking around, traveling around and asking. And today I actually was able to get one. It's only probably about 2 acres, but it's been ploughed. And once I get my milk detector back from my, because, my new Simplex one, I've already had a problem with it's not charging up the battery, the internal lithium battery. So I've had to send the controller box back, which cost me 15 quid yesterday. So that's gone back. Got there today because I've just checked on the tracking and it was signed for, so it's been collected and received. So all I've got to do now is wait for it to be repaired. If it's repairable, if not, they've got to send me a new replacement, and then I can go up there and milk detect on the new land and see what I can find. I think, but I still want to do some more kind of like walking around up there and trying to get some more permissions. I've got 2 other people that may or may not give me access to the land. One of them is like a guy who's got an event coming up on September, and it's only for men, boys and men. It's like camping, sports, and all this other kind of weird shit that they do each year. And it's only for like 24 hours. And I was expecting, that, hoping this guy would ring me, but he hasn't rang me yet. But I'm going to give it another, say, like a week. And if I don't hear from him, so I said, like, if you ring me and I don't answer the phone, just email me, because I gave him one of my hobby cards. I said to me emails on there. I've been checking my email and there's nothing on there yet. So I'm going to give him another week. Then I'm going to actually ring him up because I've got his phone number. I say, have you thought about, would you consider me, coming up to your property and milk detecting. But I will say to him, look, I won't do it until you've had your event, because that way there ain't going to be no holes in the ground. No one's going to trip over and hurt themselves, is there? But after the event, you don't know what's going to be there, because people who've gone there, you don't know how many people might go to your event. They could be dropping, pound coins, £2 coins, loose change. They could be dropping rings, anything, really. So me, it can't be a bit more better for me to go over after the event if I can get access to it. Then there's a lady which I was told about today, but as I say, she wasn't there. So I gave this other woman my card and asked her if she could give it to her. And when I was talking to the guy who gave me permission today, my phone did ring, but it wasn't a mobile number. It's a 0116 number from Manchester. I think it's one of those bleed cold caller things. Well, I just turned the phone off. But I've been checking it to see if there's any messages, but there's no messages from that woman. Maybe still black and white plastered from yesterday, apparently, because she had a bit of a do yesterday. So maybe she didn't go in today, and maybe she's chilling out for the rest of the day, recovering from a hangover or something. Well, definitely did not like this Caribbean cola. It really is it's a bit sour, and it tastes a bit like sawdust. And I know what sawdust tastes like because I've got that saw over there. And when I was trying to do my woodworking, I didn't have a mask and I was eating, quite a bit of sawdust. So that's what it tastes like, sawdust. And I'm glad I only bought one of these today. I bought 8 cans of KA, but only one of these ones. So I spent £4 on 8 cans. And I thought I'd give this one a go, but fuck that, I ain't going to drink this one anymore. So now I'll have a little drop of my squash to get the horrible taste of that out of my mouth. As I say, I need to go back up that way to see if I can find that other guy who Ron told me about. So I want to try and get Ron to give me the phone number. And then I can ring the guy up and say, Ron gave me your number. I want to know if I can get permission to do some milk detecting on your land, kind of thing. And see what he says. And if he says no, then there's another place, I say, further up the road. But the place was closed up. So, I can go up there on, it's got to be like a weekday before 3-4 o'clock, I suppose, or even earlier. So I probably will go up there and do some more kind of knocking on doors. Luckily, I've got a lot of my little cards left. I've probably got about 50 or 60 left. And my little metal detecting cards. It looks like a business card, but it's not. It's a hobby card. So when I talk to people, they say, "Oh, it belongs to my brother or something." I say, "Well, is there any chance you could have a word with your brother? Can I give you one of my cards? Can I take your number?" I don't really like taking phone numbers because when I'm watching YouTube channels, they say to get permission's a better way. Don't ring, don't write. Always go to the place and ask, face to face, because that way they're going to see who you are, and they can tell, if you're a genuine kind of person, if you're okay, or if you're a crafty, looking bugger, a trustful or distrustful kind of looking person. But I know a lot of farmers don't like people trespassing on their land. But if you start saying all fines, some fines could be worth a bit of money, and you can split the if you sell a gold fucking hammered coin from the Saxon times or something here, and it's worth a couple of £100. You could say, well, I'll sell it and I'll give you half. And sometimes I might say, yeah, but you got to make sure that you register it with the government, the fines department, and they can tell you if it's like, you know, really valuable and they need to have it and, like, you know, record it and document it. Usually they will give it back to you, but sometimes I say, look, you know, we want it, we want to keep it, we want to like put it in the museum, and we give you so much for finding it. And like, it could only be a percentage of the actual value. So if it's like a Roman coin or Saxon coin, you know, gold coin, hammered coin, which is worth about £3,000, I might turn around and say, well, like, you know, we'll give you 300 quid or something, yeah? Because you ain't going to get the full whack. You only get like a small percentage. So if you turn around and say, yeah, okay, you give us that, then what you do, you split that with the landowner. It keeps them happy. And then, you know, it gives you that little bit more money in your pocket to keep travelling around looking for more permissions or buying more equipment. And the only reason why I'm doing it on this channel, because no one fucking bother watches my other channel, like when I'm live streaming. Probably might get one or two on there. But I did mention this new cemetery, which I probably will go up to and do a little video up there, walk around and see what's there, and upload that on here. But that won't be for, I don't know, maybe a month or two. Because when I go back up near my permission, I won't be going to my permission. I'll be going to the new one, which is more closer. It's not as further as my main permission is, where one is. It's kind of like more closer to home. It's still, you know, quite a journey for me. It's still like about 30 odd minutes travel. Then I've got to get off the bus and walk back for 10 minutes. But I said to the guy, I won't be, you know, doing it for, you know, you won't see me up here every single day. I'll only be up here like once or twice, you know, every 2 or 3 weeks. Because, you know, it's the travel cost. You know, when I go out there, I'll keep taking loads of drinks with me. You know, I'll take a couple of bottles of water, take a bottle of squash, and I'll take either a small can or one of my big cans of energy drinks. And that's what I did today. Took 2 bottles of water, bottle of squash, and an energy drink. You know, doing all that walking fucking really knackers you out, especially in this weather. I must have walked around for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I didn't leave that area. You know, after speaking to the guy, I still wasn't sure where I was. I had an idea where I was, but I had to ask a couple which was walking up the road. I said, you know, I'm looking for this girls' school because like I thought, you know, the bus goes there. She goes, oh yeah, you just walk down there, you know, to the bottom, turn left, walk down to the bottom, and that's where the school is. I thought it was. I just wasn't too sure. So I know exactly where I need to go, where I can get off, you know, and get back on the bus when I go up there. Because where that is, from the bus stop, the nearest bus stop from there, if I didn't get off there and I went up to my main permission, it's still like a 10-minute bus journey. Probably about a 35, 40-minute walk. I must have walked around for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours today trying to get permissions. It's just saying that, you know, it's all fucking owned by the council, you know. If a lot of this wasn't owned by council, I'm pretty sure I would get a lot more permissions, a lot more fields to dig in. Yeah, I just uploaded the video from today. I say the 2 little parks I went to was completely shit. Well, not parks, two little woodlands I went to was complete shit, full of trash. It had like bottle tops, can pulls, cans, iron, steel, lead, some other weird shit, all over the place. And that's in the first one, the one next to Ron's place, which they're having a kind of like dispute about at Woodland. But the Woodland behind Ron's, oh, fucking hell. Every time you move your milk detector around, it's so like cluttered with shit, man. You wouldn't even find, or you wouldn't even tell what signal would have been a good signal and something decent to find. Um, there was like a football field at the back. I went round on the edge on that for about 5 minutes, but again, every time I got something, it's always like fucking iron or um, bits of tin, Coke tins or bottle tops or something like that. So I just fucking gave up the day. I don't think I detected for more than an hour. Most of the time I was out walking. I think what I've got to do is go further out, further than I normally go, kind of thing. I actually spoke to this other gentleman, because he had some land not right next to him. And really old geezer, probably about, 80, 85, something like that. I knocked on the door and this lady come to the door. And I said, sorry to bother you, I'm just trying to find out who owns the land around here, because I'm trying to get permission to do some milk detecting. He goes, you have to ask the gentleman, because I don't know nothing around here. I just like look after this old man. And he's laying down at the moment. I said, oh, okay. He goes, he might know where you can milk detect, but I don't know if you can do it here because I don't think it's his land. I said, okay. I said, well, if I give you one of my cards, could you, ask him to give us a call or email me or something? She goes, I could, but, he's quite old. And as I was talking to her, she goes, oh, actually, he's coming down on his stair wheel, his stair chair. So she goes, give me a second. So she went over to him and started talking to him, showed him my card and everything, yeah. He comes to the door with his crutches. And I was at, I thought it was going to just say, cancel, that's it kind of thing. But we just got fucking chatting for about half hour or so, talking about, what used to be on the land, like, it used to be, in these days, it's like, that program, Dad's Army, when you had the Home Guard? He goes, oh, well, a lot of us, like, joined the Home Guard and, like, if like, we heard aeroplanes come over, we'd shoot them, especially old German planes. I thought, right. And like he was going on about so many different things back to World War Two. He goes, oh, like Mitcham Junction. I said, oh yeah, I know Mitcham Junction. There's an old gun site there. He goes, oh yeah, 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 that's right, yeah. He goes, they'd light up the aircraft, and like we would be sent down there to like patrol, and if German planes come over and they lit them up, we'd be shooting them with the older guns and rifles and shit like that. I thought, man. I said thank you. I said, well, okay, thanks. It's been nice talking to you. And as soon as I go to turn around, he starts talking about St. Kills. I thought, fucking hell, man, I ain't going to get away from here. But I said, so this part then isn't yours? He goes, no, that's council. I said, it's this part beside you. Is that council? And he goes, yeah. Because the land on his right side was all overgrown, fucking like chest height of grass. But on the left side of his house, it's all kind of mowed down and all like nice and flat. And I was hoping he might turn around and said, well, yeah, that's my garden. So I said to him, I don't care how big or small the land is, I just want to get some land to milk detect. I was hoping that would have been his, but no, it's the council's. So the only thing I could do is ring up that council and see what they say, kind of thing. Because it's not far from Epsom, and you can get a permit for Epsom Downs, but it's so limited. I think it's like they only do like 20 permits per year, and it's first come, first serve. So I'll have to ring up the council and find out if there's any land I could probably get permission to do any kind of like metal detecting on. So if the council turns around and says, yeah, do farms which we went out to, as long as you get permission from the farmer, who rents it from, we got no, we don't mind that, kind of thing. Because if I go to a house and they say, well, it's owned by the council, and I can get a letter from the council saying, yeah, I can metal detect on their land, which is being rented by, farmers or prairie, horse stables or whatever. And I say, well, I've got this, although you're saying it's council land, they have given me permission. So if you can give me permission, that's better still. But if that don't work, if I can't get a letter or any kind of like confirmation from that council, I'll just have to try to jump on a train or something one day and go further afield out and try to get some permissions elsewhere. Go down to Kent where my sister lives and see if I can get some permissions down there. But I think Dartford Council don't allow metal detecting on their properties, on their council land, but there are farms down here, big farms as well. So I could always go down there and see if I can get permission to go down there like a couple of times a year and metal detect down there. I know one of them, well, there's one in not far from Birchwood Road, heading towards Swanley. There's some big fields over there, and what they do, they grow like fruit like strawberries and raspberries and stuff like that. I used to anyway. So I could try down there. And then there used to be fields, big fields over near Swanley as well, just past Swanley. So I used to do big car boot fairs over there. So, it means like travelling further and further afield to see if we can get permissions. How come I'm going to go down to like Maidstone or Hastings, just to try to get permission? I can do like certain parts under the Crown land, Her Majesty. There are certain parts I can do along the River Thames, and I think there's a couple of lakes, but there's not really much that the Crown owns on, like, land wise. Because if there was, I'd be getting a lot more probably possible permissions that way. But and like the Crown has actually got like a map where it shows you can actually go and metal detect without having a permit because they've done away with the permit. You can even go and mudlark on certain parts of the Crown Estate as well, and even down on the coast on the old beaches like Hastings and Portsmouth and places like that. There's land down there you can actually go and like metal detect free of charge. Don't have to pay for it. Don't need a license, nothing. But it's been going down there. Hello? 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 I can't hear you. Maybe a troll. Maybe it's that troll who used to keep ringing my number. I've still got the SIM card. This phone can put 2 cards in. So maybe it's that one. The troll that used to call me. Maybe he misses my sexy voice. Actually, I could hear me talking through the phone, through the internet. So they are watching. They're definitely watching. Hello, troll. Yeah, it's probably one of those who used to ring my number up quite a lot. I thought I had my phone turned off actually. So I normally do turn it off. Put it on airplane mode. The battery's being charged up at the moment. See, not a lot of people got my new number anyway. I can see that number at the back, but I don't even use that number anymore. Although it's in my new phone. So I put the new card and the old card in the phone because it's got 2 SIM slots in there. Because when I give out my card to people for my met detecting, I'm using that number. And I'll only have it turned on at a certain time, and I'll tell them I only have it turned on at certain time. So I say, well, if you want to give me a call, call me between 1 and 4 o'clock or 5 and 7 o'clock or whatever, Because most of the other times it's turned off or on airplane mode. And when I want to make a phone call, I don't use that number up there. I use it for my other number. But yeah, probably the troll that used to call me last year. Bleeding idiots. Still, it's their phone call. Their cost, isn't it? Of course it is. Costing them money. So they can call me a number 50 times. It don't really matter. And hello, Angela. I did say hello to you, I think. Can't remember. I'm a little bit excited because I've got that new permission today. Now, if I had my Simplex milk detector working, which it's not because as I said, I sent that back yesterday to get the damn thing repaired. So the battery's not charging up because it's got an internal battery. It's not one of the ones where you put 9-volt battery in or AAA batteries or anything like that. It's actually got an internal battery. I still had like a little bit of power on it, but I don't want to be going out and suddenly the power completely runs out halfway. Doing the milk detecting day out. So I had to send that back for them to sort it out and repair it. I did buy some new charging adapters, USB ones. Bought a couple of these new chargers. I don't even see that actually. 3-port normal plug. So I think what happened with one of my other chargers, which I used, it might have short-circuited and blew the battery inside. Although the battery was still working, it might have blew something inside to stop the battery charging up. So, because when I told them, they sent me a new cable, USB cable, charging cable, but still didn't want to work. So they said, okay, send it back. I could have waited until Monday, then they would have collected it through DPS or someone, but I wanted to get there a bit quicker. So I paid like £15 on fucking special delivery. At least it's insured for up to £500 anyway. Which, special delivery. Using my chest camera thing today because when I'm using my head one, sometimes I keep forgetting that I've got the cap, my hat, the cap bit sticking out, and it's not facing down on the ground because the cap's stopping it. Usually I've had the cap round the opposite way round, and I have it on the head like that, but you can't tell how high or low the camera is when it's on your head. So I use the chest strap today. I'm going to put the battery back in there. Oh, it's got one in there. What's the battery like on here? Not full, 3/4 full, but that'll be okay. Just charged 2 more batteries up, which I used today. Tammy, she always goes under that chair now. She's always under that chair. She won't go on the windowsill much. Don't know why. Tammy's just a fucking stupid cat anyway. And so, with the food bowl I used to give her, yeah, it used to be like a double one, and I used to put water in one and food in the other. But when I'm going out, I give her double helping of food, and I put water in a cereal bowl. And every time she goes out there, because it's cooler out there in the hallway, she's like right next to the water bowl. She's got her head kind of like laying on the water bowl. I'm saying, yeah, you fucking knock that over, cat. You ain't getting no more water. And she nearly did knock it over the other day, but it's like tilted. But there's only a little bit of water in there. But yeah, she's either under the chair or out there, laying out there near the cat food. She doesn't go on the windowsill much. Sometimes she still might go on the chair, but not that often. I fancy another energy drink actually, but I think I've had one today. They say you drink too much energy drink, it causes like a health issue. Sure, not, I don't know. So I've got this little bit of squash left. I know I've got more out in the fridge, ice cold drinks. Yeah, I need to go and get another drink. Thirsty work talking. I need to make more squash. I've got like black currant and orange squash, which I bought at Lidl's. And what I like to do is pour it into like a little drop in each bottle, mix it up, and make my own little concoction of like mixed squash drink. So now I've just bought this one in. Well, it's got orange and a little bit of black currant because I've run out of black currant. So I've now got some more black currant. But it's nice and cold. Another thing is they say you shouldn't really drink a lot of cold water or even cold drinks. But hey, when it comes out the tap, sometimes it's bloody cold. Sometimes it's lukewarm, unless you accidentally pour on the hot tap and it comes out boiling hot and you scorch your mouth. But I don't have hot water because I don't have gas. I'm trying to get my hot water converted to electricity because my gas bill used to be so freaking high. I was on a meter, and if I put like 30 quid on the meter, the gas company would take about 22 pound off of what I put on the meter for the rental. And it only left me with like about £6 or £7, and that would have gone within like a day. So, and also was the pilot light used to like kick on my asthma for some reason. I don't know why. But every time I went in the kitchen, my asthma would like in flare. So I had to have that disconnected for medical purposes. Not just that, not just for medical purposes. It was like, because the bloody cost as well. I would probably had to put like £100 on there a week just to get like about 10, 15 quid of hot water each month, kind of thing. Well, I say £100 a week. I probably would have got like 50 quid's worth of hot water. So I can't remember. I've not had gas for like God knows how long. They still come around and check it because it's by law they have to check your boiler because they turn around and say, "Oh, you could have had someone down there and like you could be pilfering gas from someone else. They could like done something illegal to it." But they come around every year. I'm like, I have to check it. I don't think they did come around this year though, but they meant to be by law come around every year to check your gas meter if it's connected or not. And when they knock on my door, say, I don't know why got to keep coming around. You know, I know it's your job and it's got to be done, you know, by law, but I don't have gas. So they just check it, make sure there's no pilot light turned on. They go downstairs, check the meter downstairs. They can see it's been capped. Okay, thanks very much, mate. Sorry to disturb you. Bye. That's it. A 10-minute job. Yeah, I used to do that, but you know, the water here, it's not too bad to drink from the tap. No, I used to do that, you know, when I used to live at the, you know, with the missus. I used to like boil the water and like put it in bottles and like cool it down. But no, this water here isn't too bad. I've always drunk from the tap. When I'm like washing my plates up and I get a little bit thirsty, I just like, you know, get a handful of water and throw it in my face and like drink it down that way sometimes instead of like dirtying another cup again. I carry like a little squirty bottle with me as well. And what I do is that with the squirty bottle, if it gets too hot and I start feeling like a bit flustered, I just squirt my face and cool my face down. And the day, like, you know, I was picking a lot of blackberries as well, and all my hands got kind of like covered in blackberry juice, and I was squirting that and washing my hands with it. So it's always worth walking around, you know, going out with a little squirty bottle. Too much chlorine. I don't know really. I know not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, um, it was on the news, and I think we also got a letter uh, from the housing association saying that the water's going to start tasting a little bit more kind of like weird because like the heat and like they were saying something about, you know, so much water's being pumped through the pipes early in the morning and late in the afternoon, and it seemed to like something about it could possibly be a water shortage. So what they're trying to do is rush the water through to so everyone's still got water coming through, but it might start tasting a little bit funny because I can, you know, the chlorine that they're pumping into it to clean the water isn't getting, you know, like going through the system like it should do. It's being rushed through. So they said, what you want to do is that if you're going to like drink the tap water, fill your bottles up and then stick it in the fridge. And then the coldness will kind of like take that chlorine taste away. But drink that water you put in the fridge within 24 hours, otherwise it start coming out a bit weird again and it start bringing out little kind of like things in the water. I don't know what they meant by it, but I thought, fuck this, man. You know, water shortage. I've got every bottle I could find, every different shape, size, and you know, I filled them all up. I fucking filled the fridge up with water and like soft drinks, and I had like about 8 bottles of water on the thing on the actual sideboard outside. So every time I drank a bottle from the fridge, I just replaced it with the one which was on the side. Then the one I finished, I fucking filled back up again, and kind of like put them what behind each other. So like the old water would be in front, while the new tap water one would be at the back. But you know, it only lasted a couple of days. The different tastes of the water, and like now the water tastes okay again. You know, you can't taste that extra chlorine in it. So I started emptying those bottles back out. Um, you know, I'll give it a quick taste, and if it tastes okay, then I won't throw that water away. I'll just like stick some squash in it, top it up, and then put it in the fridge. But I thought I'm going to fill every single bottle up because there's a water shortage or, you know, fucking like some kind of like apocalyptical fucking event happens, and you know everyone runs to the shop and buys all the water. Talking about water shortage, like the lakes over there, like the local commons. Fucking hell, man, there ain't hardly any water in there. A little bit of pond is practically dried up, nearly. The Seven Islands one, that's like only got a quarter or half the amount of water what was in there. And they're going to be putting a house pipe ban on, apparently. So you can't go out and put your hose pipe. I actually said that to my landowner today. I said, "Oh, you can't be walking your fucking like fields because the hose pipe ban's coming on." He goes, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "Funny enough, I was just driving down here and I saw this fucking Pakistani guy washing his car and using the hose pipe on it, and I had to stop and tell him off." He goes, "You can't be doing that, mate. Don't you know there's a fucking water ban, hose pipe ban going on?" He goes, "That water is like treasure." He goes, "If you was in your own country," he goes, "I'm not being racist, but if he was in his own country, yeah, that water would be like gold. They wouldn't be doing what they're doing here in this country, fucking using water hose and buckets of water just to wash a car." He goes, "You can't be doing that, mate." He goes, "I could report you. Stop doing it." I don't know if the guy did carry on, but my landowner said he had to go at him about it. No, with the cost of living going up there as well, bottles of water gone like fucking sky high. I wouldn't be surprised. I've got 36 bottles of bottled water from B&M for £2.70. Fucking hell. Probably those little small bottles though, innit? Not like, those big bottles, like the 2-gallon ones. I've still got my bloody candle remote control watch on me on. I need to dig out the other strap from that box. Bought a box of different straps and adjustments from the camera a couple of weeks ago. And like this watch. No, it's not like a proper watch. It's like, remote control for, like starting your recording up and turning it off. Because this one, when you turn it on, if you push the button there, it doesn't record. You've got to use this to record it. Press the grey one to record and press it again to stop the record. The red one is just to take photos. The other day when I was at, the fucking thing fell off my hand and I didn't even realise until I turned, went to turn the camera to make sure it's turned on or off. I can't remember. I think I went to turn it on. I realised I didn't have the fucking strap. I looked down. I looked at a little bit ahead in front of me, and the fucking watch was just sitting there on the ground. Because I think the Velcro on this is like no good on anymore. Like, it still sticks, but not that brilliant. But I think there's like one of these straps in that box over there somewhere, so I'm gonna have to dig that out. I can't lose that. So if I lose that, this camera ain't gonna be no good. It's like a £50 camera. And you can't buy the strap watch for this camera because all these come with different frequencies, different like wavelengths. And I know I've got another one of these with one of my other cameras. And I tried that with this one and it didn't work. So if I lost this would just be like a little door stopper. All I could do is take the battery out and the SIM card, the memory card, and that's it. I'd have to buy another one of these to get the bloody watch thing on it. Now, if I get another one, it doesn't mean if I've got the same camera, don't mean that this would work on this and the new camera. It might only just work on the new camera and that's it. You see what I mean? Of course you know what I mean. Come on, I ain't that fucking stupid, am I? I can't even tell you how much I pay for my bills. I don't pay for me rent, but I still got, you know, my water bills, my electric bill, my mobile bills. I've got my internet bill, my phone bill. Did I say electric? I've got 2 mobiles I've got to pay for. My TV license. So I'm probably spending more than what you're spending actually. It's my mobile, just one of my mobile bills is like anything from £46 to £56 per month. Then the other one's a bit cheaper. They're supposed to have cancelled one, which they've not fucking done. So I'll keep me in the ring them up and say, hey, you're supposed to cancel that one. Now, it's only a £10 bill, but £10's £10 when you ain't got it. So I need to ring them up Monday, if I remember, to make sure they've cancelled that other fucking SIM card. And that SIM card's in my tablet, and I'm not using my tablet much. So why am I, you know, and that tablet I've got 2015, and I've been paying like £10 every time when I've not even been using the fucking tablet, you know. So I just think of all the hundreds of pounds per month, well, hundreds of pounds per year I've been spending that. I've not even used the fucking tablet. Because you told me, oh, you've had that SIM card that you're paying £10 from like 2015. I said, I've not even used it from like 2016. Going, oh, well, we can't, like, you know, refund you all the way that back. You know, we can cancel it. I said, cancel it then. And I looked on my online, my mobile banking the other day. They fucking charged me for it again. So it didn't go through the cancellation. So I'm going to ring them up and I'm going to say to them on Monday, look, you're supposed to cancel that. The woman told me she put a cancellation through, but it's still being charged. You're giving up your Sky subscription for TV. Well, I won't be surprised. A lot of people, you know, they keep saying that, you know, the government's trying to stop people or the TV licensing charging people for the license. That's been said about 3 or 4 times over the last several months. But I'm still paying £16 per month for my fucking TV license. And I don't even watch TV. I very rarely watch TV. The reason I've got to pay for it is I'm watching live streams like movies on Flix, like on Netflix or on Amazon or what's that other one? Netflix, Amazon. There's another one I watch, like that horror one, the channel which got all the horror movies on. That one, but they say that's live streaming. Well, I thought live streaming is when it's coming through, like, you know, a proper TV company. Like, you know, when you watch the news, that's live streaming. When they come out with the, you know, up to date news at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever. Yeah. What you're doing is that when you watch a movie, that's a pre-recorded movie. So why are we getting charged watching a pre-recorded movie from Netflix or that Shudder, that one Shudder, or Amazon? It's the internet streaming it. It's not the fucking like company streaming it. There's like a live stream, like on like like I said, the TV. But still, they still say all that is coming live from there to your monitor for your PC. That's classed as live streaming, and that's why you got to have a TV license, which I think is a load of bullshit. Hello, Mark. You're late, mate. I'm going to go soon. You missed the fun. Well, don't no fun. I had a mysterious, unknown phone call a while ago because my phone number was being shown up there again, which I forgot all about. I've got my old phone number from up there and my new phone number in the same phone because it's got 2 slots for 2 SIM cards. So I've got my old phone number and the new phone number. What is the bloody number from? I'm not going to read out my number, but it's Swish or whatever it's called. Switch or Swish. We'll go into that. I think it's called Switch. No, it's like it's supposed to be like a pay you go, but I think I've done it the wrong way, and I'm paying like £10 per month, which I'm not even using the bloody phone, to be honest with you. I don't talk to anyone on the phone. No, I only give out my phone number to like companies, like people I need to talk to, or like such as like Citizens Advice, banks, companies that I buy stuff from, eBay and Amazon, Google Play, all that shit where they need your banking details and contact numbers, and how many YouTube channels I've got, quite a few, and you got to put your phone number on those. But I've not given out my new phone number to anyone. Not even my sisters know it. Not even my kids know it. And I thought it was supposed to go, but I noticed that every month, I think it's about £8 or £10 that comes out and goes onto that new phone number. I'm thinking, I thought that's supposed to go. And you don't get like the that they used to do with some of the phone companies, the mobile ones, where you get like rollover for like minutes or texts. You get what you get, and that's it. If you don't use it, you lose out. And I don't use it to make phone calls. I should do, but I don't. And with me, what's the name, my old phone number, I've got like 100 gig fucking like streaming or whatever to use for streaming and all that kind of crap. That's the only reason I kept that number, because they gave me a deal on it. I wouldn't like to say how much money I'm paying out on bills. It's a bloody enough, and with the cost of living, it's going up and up and up. I actually saw something. Like, I used on my old phone, my Hawaii one. I used to get a lot of text messages, from the news companies, like the Sun, the BBC and the Star and all that kind of, like, even international fucking news companies, yeah. But when I put my SIM card in, I thought it would have actually put all that over and put it on the new phone, but it didn't. I still like to, keep an eye out, what's happening in the shitty world. So there's a new app I downloaded, and if the phone's turned on, it sometimes like it'll send a message like saying, "Oh, what's happening in the government?" So and so got stabbed up at London, which they did do, and the police are looking for someone on the run and all that kind of crap. Yeah. Um, Hello, Rose. Where you been, you shit? You're supposed to be doing a stream with me. Oh yeah, do it next week. Fucking woman. You want to come on? I'll send you the link. I'm not staying on much longer. Probably about another hour if you want to come on. I know you ain't got Facebook, but I can post it on here if you want. And if any idiots come on, I'll just kick them off. Not much going on Facebook lately. Alright then, sod ya. Don't come and talk to me then. Fucking airy ass. My beard's growing a bit more again. Noticed that. Got to trim it. trim it down a little bit. I ain't been too good actually, Rose, to be honest with you. Getting a lot more headaches again. And, sunstrokes, I've been out quite a lot this week, keeping away from them bastards upstairs. Now I've got my Oyster card sorted out. Last month, right, the amount of money that went from my Oyster card, because my Oyster card was fucked up, I spent about £60 going out just for 2 months. But now my Oyster card sorted out, I'm paying like I normally pay, depends on how many times I'll go out, When it was screwed up, I was paying £1.60 on each bus I got on. I wasn't getting a discount like I was supposed to, but now the card's fixed, I'm getting a discount and I can like jump on one bus and pay 75p. And I can jump on as many buses I want within the hour before I get charged again. But when it was screwed up, I was paying like £1.60 for every bus I was getting on, and I wasn't getting no discounts. So I had to ring up the Oyster card, you know, London Transport. They told me like it seems like the card's not been registered properly. I need to go down to the tube station, which I did do. Some nice black lady helped me and fixed it. Because like last week I had like 30 quid on there, and I have gone out practically every day just to get out of this fucking shithole, away from the noise of them shits upstairs. I still got like about 22 quid. So I'm spending like about, if I go out tomorrow, which I'm not going to, but if I went out tomorrow, let's say I was going back up to my old permission, it'd be 75p up there because it's only one bus. But only if I had to jump on 3 buses within the hour, it's still only be 75p now. So 75p up there, 75p back, so it's only 150. But last month when I was going up there, or whenever I was going out, I was being charged £1.65 for every bus I got on. And I'm thinking, why the fucking hell am I getting charged this much? And I was on hold with Oyster for an hour and 10 minutes before they actually told me to go down to the tube station. They put me through one department to another department to another department. And the guy goes, well, we can't do nothing. You'll have to go down to the tube station. They're the only ones who can actually do it. Or you go back to the shop where you got your card registered and see if they can do it. I said, nah. In future, when I get my new card every 6 months, I'll just go down the fucking tube station and get them to do it. Sod it. Your bloody infection, man. I think they should bring out a wonder drug. I know they ain't ever going to do it. I reckon there could be a wonder drug out there which can, cure every single fucking illness out there, but they're not going to give it to people because they're just like fucking money grabbing shits, aren't they? All these I can never pronounce the word, pharmaceuticals or whatever the fucking thing is. All these like medical centres, they all want the money, including like, pharmacies, they all want the money. If there's one fucking wonder drug out there, they probably charge you, God knows, extortion amount of money just to get it. So, and like, to cure every illness. That won't happen. Well, if they messed up, you should take them to court, Rose. I fucking would. You can take them to court and sue the bastards for screwing up. I bloody well would. Can't be screwing up. The hospitals ain't got no right to screw up. Like, even in the media, there's some guy, is it a guy or girl who's on like life support? It's going through the courts, and even the courts are trying to get the person off life support. The person's mother is like so upset about it. This one's a bit stronger actually. Need a bit more water in it. I can't be bothered to get out of my fat ass. Well, it ain't fat, but I can't be bothered to get off my ass. So, Aitor. I know what you mean, solicitor, but you spelt solicitor wrong. It's Olictor, I think it is. So, Liz, L-I-S-I-T-O-R, solicitor. I can hear music. I don't know where it's coming from. I know it's outside, coming from a window, but who's playing it, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to go out tomorrow. I bought some stickers today, well, off Amazon. They came today. I'm going to try and like make myself some like stickers, one through me metal detecting, so I can give them out to people in the metal detecting unity. Then I might make some paranormal stickers. I don't know yet. So I've got two different types of stickers, two different sizes, one small, one big one. I did put a message up on Facebook. If anyone's got any stickers, they could send me one. You know, send me a private message and I can give my details because I can put them on my milk detectors and people will see them on my videos and it give them the people who sent me the stickers. It get them to get more viewers on their channels. If I had one, get back to me. Nah, fuck you, Steve. I know I'm not well known in the milk detector company, Unity, because I don't know fucking shit about the history. I am learning. I'm only trying to research stuff. I couldn't tell you, the difference between a Saxon hammered, Roman hammered, or even another kind of hammered coin you know, from before BC and after BC. You know, I don't even know if there's any kind of like Roman activity on my permissions, to be honest with you, apart from what I was told today on the new permission I've got. They say that's only about 2 acres, if that, but at least it's been ploughed. He did say to me he was thinking about like putting grass on it, but then he thought it might be a bit too much hard work and the grass might not take, so it'd be waste of money. Because he did say he rented it. Well, we kind of like let a guy plant corn on it, and like that's the reason why it's been ploughed now because the corn's grown, it's been taken away, and he won't be planting corn on there again until next year, I think. So I've got some time to like go on there and detect on it. I have a Roman run around in the street, yeah. So he got one of those like lion cloths hanging down his waist, Does he wear those white fucking like cotton pants? Do you see his dangler hanging down? I always wondered, like with the Scottish, yeah, they always say that with the Scotch, you know, they don't wear anything under the kilt. Bullshit. Of course they fucking wear stuff under the kilt. If it's like a fucking freezing day, they ain't gonna go out with their dangly bits dangling around, and they've only got a kilt and it's like ice cold out there. They ain't gonna like not go out with like a pair of fucking shorts or pants on, are they? Really? Because it's just gonna like freeze and drop off. Get what's that fucking word I'm thinking of? What's that word I'm trying to think of when part of your body frostbite? Can you imagine like he's dangling a bit, so I can get frostbite, and then like gonna have to go to the hospital to have it castrated. Turns all blue. Yeah, I bet, right. I seriously bet if Rose saw a Scotsman walking down the road and he had a Scots kilt on and he suddenly bent over, I bet Rose would go, oh, look, he's got no pants on underneath. Oh, what's that dangly bit? I bet that would be you, Rose. Oh, I saw a sausage. Yeah, funny kind of sausage. Oh, I fed you. Be quiet. I'm talking. I'm not picking you up because you're molting again. Picked you up the other night and you're fucking molting like shit again. I've only been to Scotland once. Ben Nevis. That's our honeymoon when I got married to my ex. Because that's all we could afford at the time. And I'll tell you, it was snowing up there like crazy. We couldn't climb Ben Nevis because there's snow and ice everywhere. You try going up there, you'd slide and break your fucking neck. And we only went up there for a couple of days, honeymoon, stayed in a hotel, and there's a Chinese restaurant up the road. And every time we want something to eat, she had to go up and order fucking rice. Because Asians, they can't go out. They cannot go without a day without not eating rice. Now, I've not really been at this country that much, actually. I've been to the Philippines twice. We stopped over at Hong Kong the first time over. Second time, there was no stopover, I don't think. When I was a wee lad, not even in my teens, me and my family went to Spain, Lloret de Mar, on holiday. That's for a weekend, I think. Was it a weekend or a week? I can't remember. But been to Spain, been to America, California, to visit her relatives over there. We went to Viva Las Vegas. That was cool. I didn't have a lot of money to spend, and her family was like giving me like $100 here and $100 there to just go and play in the slot machines. Her cousin was playing like craps, I think it was, yeah. And like I was watching him, he gave me like $20, and he goes, "Put it on whatever number." So I put it on. It was like not the dollar paper money; it's like $20 chip. He goes, "Put it on there. Put it on any number." So I put it on a number. I span it, and it ended up on my number, and like I won like $100 on that. And he goes, "Well done, well done." I said, here's your winnings." He goes, "No, you keep it. You fucking won it." I said, "Yeah, but it's your $20. He goes, "It don't matter. Just go and fucking spend it." So we was there for a night. We booked a hotel over there, and we went to a couple of different casinos because we went to visit another part of the family, and they lived near some kind of casino. So that's another casino where they gave me a few dollars to spend. Went across the Golden Gate Bridge. Fucking hell, man, that was scary as hell. It was a little bit misty, a little bit windy, and going across that and feeling the car rock a little bit, I thought, "Oh fuck, hurry up, get across." So yeah, I've been to America. When I went to Lloret de Mar in Spain, we had to go through France, but that's all I've been to really. America, France, Spain, Philippines twice. Stop off at Hong Kong. Went through the Hong Kong markets. And that's it. In this country, we used to go down to Leystand quite a lot. In my early early years. And then like when I got myself a girlfriend when I was in my early teens and I was working, she used to go down to Leystand. So, you know, I told her I used to go down there quite a lot and I used to, you know, go to work, come home. Well, I used to take, you know, a change of clothing with me in a bag and I'd go to work. Next morning, I used to jump on a coach from Crayford and it used to take us all the way down to Leystand, about a 4-hour journey, I think it was, on the coach. So I used to meet my girlfriend down there and like stay in the caravan with her. And no hanky panky used to go on because her parents used to like listen to what noise we was making. So, you know, no hanky panky. Oh, fucking hell, man. What relationship this is. I can't even remember how long I went out of her for, actually. A few months. So I think I went down and Leystand and met her down there about 3 or 4 times. I used to go down there every month, I think. And that's all the only place I've been to. How do you know Scotchmen don't wear underwear, Angela? You've been up there and peeking underneath their kilts to see if it's true or not. I always wondered what haggis was, but it's sheep guts in it or something. I wouldn't like it, you know, sheep's intestines or guts or whatever it is. It's supposed to be a delicacy up in Scotland. Fuck, would I eat it? No way. Oh, when I was at America, the reason why I was going over there because we was going to a wedding, and her cousin took us out for dinner, and it was a lobster dinner, and it wasn't one that is already cooked. You know, it's like live lobsters in the fish tanks, and you used to go up and you was able to point out what one you wanted. And I think the one I picked out was like $40-$50. Now there was like smaller ones for about $20. She goes, pick whatever you want. So I said, how about that one? And when the lady who was doing the taking of the menu, she goes, oh, that one's like $45, I think. I said, well, that's pretty expensive. And my ex-wife's cousin said, no, that's all right, you fucking have it. I thought, okay then. And when they actually cooked it and brought it to the table we was on, they was all looking at me, and I said, well, dig in. So I dug in, and I said, well, what do you think? What do you think? Is it nice? Do you like it? What do you think the taste? I said, well, actually, it just tastes like prawns. And they all looked at me, and like, I thought, shit, did I say something wrong here? I thought, well, it tastes a little bit prawny, but it's quite nice, yeah. I ate the whole fucking thing, just keep, in case I didn't want to upset anyone. But that's it. That's what it really tasted like. It was a bit prawny, actually. Prawny shrimpy. Yeah, I ate the whole thing. Fucking salad, fries, everything, Quite a big, massive meal. I didn't think I was going to eat it all, to be honest with you. I ate, all the lobster, and less some of the other food. So I didn't want them thinking, oh, he's got a lobster there and he's fucking left half of it. Yeah, we went to California, then over to Los Angeles, and then we went to somewhere else. We went to Disneyland and watched the old Pirate of the Caribbean over there. That's fun. I think it's a pirate thing anyway. I don't know. I can't remember. It's like Pirate of the Caribbean, but it was a pirate kind of show, which was fun and got soaking wet over there because like the ship came down and like went through the water and splashed everyone that was watching. Got one from Tesco's, not good. Nice, dude. It's sheepskin stomach. Well, it's intestines in one way, I suppose. Stomach gut. I was near enough, right? Come on, fucking hell, Angela, give me a break. I don't know what the fucking shit is called. As long as it ain't fucking sheep shit, I wouldn't eat fucking sheep shit. No way. No, you paid me well, if you paid me $1 million or £1 million, then I might do it. But just think of all, well, the Chinese, and Japanese, and the Koreans, the fucking weird food they eat. Ants, spiders, grubs, worms, snakes, lizards, all that shit. Cool. I wouldn't eat none of that unless it, is in a state of like, in a political kind of state and there wasn't no food around. Would you eat a zombie kind of like animal, like a zombie dog, a zombie rabbit, a zombie sheep, a zombie horse? If you shoot it because there's no food about, if you kill it and cut it and cook it, would that infect you and make you become a zombie? What happens to all the fish in the lakes and the rivers and the seas? Would they get infected as well? How about the birds? Especially when you're watching what's that fucking movie? Resident Evil, when they're in a gas station and like there's a blackbird eating the eyeballs out of a hanged person, and the blackbirds are getting infected by eating a zombie. So, I suppose like if that happened, a zombie apocalyptical event, what kind of animals would get infected? What animals wouldn't get infected, and you'd be able to like hunt and kill and eat? If I gave you haggis without you knowing, would you eat it? Uh, well, I think anyone would eat it, really. If you're not going to tell them what it is, unless you were Scottish and you knew what it was. Yeah, I'll go and buy a kilt for you and bend over. You see my dangly bits then, can't you? Rather than going, oh, look at Steve's little sausage there. Yeah, all right. I could probably hang the sausage down and make it like with dangler hanging down. Oh yeah, there is a sausage. Yeah, Rose, and pulled it out and say, would you like it like fried or barbecued or what? I'll send it up to you 24-hour delivery, special delivery. Might get a bit sweaty on the way up there. Would you eat it? I had Chinese for dinner today. Thought I'd treat myself because I've not had Chinese for a couple of months. I've still got half my rice in the cup in the carton in the microwave. I'll probably leave it till the morning and eat it tomorrow. Because eating half of a carton of special dried rice, a portion of spare ribs, it does kind of fill you up a bit. Yesterday, I went to the cafeteria. One knows which I don't know if you ever saw the video where me and Simon went round there and I treated him to one of those big breakfasts, set four. I had one of those yesterday. I remember that they used to be like £5, but now it's like £6.50. But you still get like a decent amount of food on it. I didn't eat all my chips. I left one slice, well, half a slice of bread, I think it was. I don't usually have coffee or tea round there. I always say, oh, give me orange juice instead of tea or coffee. No, okay with that. Have any of you ate fish heads and fish eyes? Because I know with my ex-wife, she'll eat that. And the delicacy over there, they like eating eggs, which have like, where the embryo is like half born. And when you crack it open, you've got half of like a chicken in there and they still eat it. That's fucking disgusting. And they tried getting me to eat it one day, and I said, "No, you got to be fucking joking." "Oh, it's good. It's really nice. You like it. It's a delicacy." Well, you can stick your delicacy in your own mouth because I'm not fucking eating it. No way. The only thing, I do miss. My daughter has said to me, previous times, well, when I come round, I'll cook it for you. But a Filipino adobo, you can either have like chicken adobo, beef adobo, lamb adobo, um, what other ones is there? Fish adobo. It's quite nice. I used to like the chicken ones and the beef ones when I was with the ex missus. But when we started falling out and not talking to each other, she'd cook for her and the kids and the friends, but nothing for me. I had to cook my own fucking food. If there was any food in there, I could cook. What did you say, Mark? I missed that. Let me go on to StreamYard. Mark Fisher. He's junk. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I bet some girls would like a bit of my junk. Well, my ex-missus had some of my junk. That's how it comes. I've got fucking 3 kids, mate. My dad wants me to cook a Chinese curry tomorrow. It works. He loves my cooking with prawns and crackers. I've actually got prawn crackers in the cupboard. Well, I didn't eat all my prawn crackers, which I got with my Chinese. I've still got half of those in there, microwave with my half a portion of like special fried rice. Sometimes I'll give the cat prawns and in the Chinese special fried rice around here you get like chicken, prawn, and beef. And sometimes I used to give the cat a little bit of each of them, a little bit of prawn, a little bit of beef, a little bit of chicken, and she loved it. But last time, not today, but last time I gave her some, she turned the fucking nose up at it. Well, hey, I could have been eating that, and I put it on the floor. Fucking, I'm going to pick up and eat it now. You should have ate it, but yeah. So I just fucking chucked it in a food bowl. Next morning, it's still sitting there, dried out. Fucking hell, 250 quid for. Well, my ex-wife, she actually works for um, a couple. The woman has her own restaurant in Wimbledon Village, and it's expensive food. And the husband works in the oil business. And I can tell you one thing here: on a couple of holidays we went to, her employer paid a part of our cost of going to, like the Philippines. Her employer's good. Her employer used to give me bottles of wine every Christmas. I never drunk them because I wasn't a wine drinker. I kind of like built up and I gave them to other people. Hello, Mystical, whatever your name is. I took my son to the park, and when we got home, we found his goldfish dead. Which is a tough situation for any parent. How do you explain autoerotic and all the war to a 4-year-old? Well, you just turn around and say, fish only live a certain amount of time, and not like adults where we can live to like up to 100 years old or even longer. Fish don't live that long. Actually, you're talking about fish, yeah. How many times you've been to a fun fair and you play that ping pong ball, which you bounce and get into a fish bowl, and you win a little goldfish, and they stick it in a plastic bag with water. How many people have done that and won a goldfish? We used to go to the fun fairs, right, and we used to win fucking fish. And like you go out and buy a really nice fish tank, you put it in a little bowl or something for the night. You go out and buy a nice little fish tank with like pebbles and make it not look all nice. A bit of like what we plant, so the fish can make it look like a nice little home for itself. And the fucking fish died within a couple of weeks. I think we did have a couple of fish we did win, and they lived about a year. It's like all animals, really. They don't live that long, really, do they? Mind you, my hamsters, Reggie and Anna, they only supposed to live about 12 to 16 months. I had them for 5 years, man. 5 years. And, like, I did breed them for a shop, but the shop turned down. They said, oh, well, I've just got some in there. I don't need them now. I thought, you bastard. I went and bought I had to go and buy 6 more cages. So that actually built up to 8 hamsters. Then my daughter took one hamsters out one day and put it in the wrong cage, and they bred and gave me another fucking like 6 hamsters. I think I ended up in total in my office room, I had about 12 cages. And the amount of cost it cost me for like hamster food and straw, hay, whatever. Um, I eventually was given away. Some of them died, a bit earlier. Uh, when I lost my Reggie hamster, which I had for 5 years, that was kind of upsetting. But I knew, 5 years is a bloody long time for a hamster. Same with Anna. She was like a really nice golden hamster. With the baby ones, I knew some of them wouldn't last that long. Maybe 6 months or a year or something. But even some of them lasted about 3 years. I don't know. It's because of the food I was giving them. But hamsters weren't supposed to live more than no longer, the maximum 2 years. But my ones lived. My hamsters, the first two I ever got, Anna, which I named after my dog, which we had when I was a young lad down in Kent. And Reggie was named after my uncle Reggie, who was my favourite uncle. And it can be a bit upsetting when you lose them. Oh, crab meat! I love crab meat, but they've gone up in price as well. Like in Poundland, you can get like 16, like a packet of 16 little sticks about that big. But I think it's like £1. But in Lidl's, it's like it used to be like £1.50 or something. I was actually going to go up to Lidl's and buy one of those crab sticks packets. Go to Poundland, get a packet of crab sticks up there if they got any, and then go to Lidl's and buy a packet up there and compare them and see what ones taste better. Because I was going to try and do some more like those couple of week things like Rose does, but food wise. But I've not found any kind of food that I want to test and do like, if it's crap of the week or is it tasty of the week. I used to like eat those crab sticks quite a lot. But what I used to do, I used to get not long ago. I can't do it now because it's just too expensive. I used to get in Lidl's. You get like a pot of like a big size prawns. Then I used to get like a little packet of like baby prawns. Then I used to get the crab sticks. I used to bring it home and I used to open each packet up and take like half of like the big prawns, then half the small prawns, then like half of the crab sticks, and bake all the crab sticks up. Mix them all together, put some like mayonnaise in. Oh, I tell you, it's really nice. And I like the juice, like the inside the actual containers. I know with the little small prawns you don't get that much kind of like fluid in them, but in the actual containers, like I think the containers about that big, like that, and you get about 10 prawns. I think it is, about I say double the size of my thumb, length of my thumb. And I used to get them out and I used to chop them up into like little slices. And now then I'll get the prawns out and I'll get the crab sticks out and I used to like break it up or slice up the crab sticks and mix it all up and get the old mayonnaise and or hundreds of thousands, what it's called, not hundreds of thousands. That's that little bleeding candy thing, isn't it? What's that other one? Bit like it's a bit like mayonnaise, but it's like something different. Same kind of like colour, some kind of dressing. Then I put a little bit of salt and pepper in and mix it all up, coming in and just stuff it down me. But I've not been able to get those. Yeah, cockles I used to love. Um, where I used to live in College Wood with the ex-wife, I used to go to the old car boot fair down at where is it? Uh, where's that bloody place? Wembley Stadium, which is no longer there. They've knocked Wembley Stadium down. It's like a Hassan um, complex down there now. But I used to go down to the car boot fair, and he used to do cockles down there and winkles. I used to buy them and sit there and munch on those. I used to like be able to get like some of the new release movies, and like I told him like one day I was watching. I said, "Oh, I just got some movies." And he goes, "What ones are they?" And I told him, he goes, "Isn't that piracy?" I said, "Oh, I don't fucking know. I just get them off the people in the car boot fair." So he goes, "Oh, if you can get another copy, I'll give you a free portion of like cockles or winkles." And I said, "Yeah, all right then." So what I'd used to do, I'd used to go and watch the movie and then come back the following week and say, "Yeah, mate, there's the movie you wanted." And I used to get a free portion of cockles or winkles. But he's no, he ain't there anymore because they closed down that fucking uh, racing track down for years ago. I did go down there about 2 years ago actually to see if it's still open. No, it's closed. It's been knocked down and a new housing estate's been built on it. Oh fuck it! I used to like the car boot fair as well. Really big one. So it used to be in the stadium and at the car park as well. We used to get some good deals down there. But I've not been to any car boot fairs. Like there used to be one over at Rains Park, but they can only have 14 car boot fairs this year, so they've already closed down. But I think there's still car boot fairs over at this other place I used to go to, Helios, St Heliers, near the hospital, and they used to have it. Well, I think it's still going. I don't know. I've not been up there, but they had it like Wednesdays and Sundays. But I've not been going up there because I knew if I go up there, I'll be spending money which I can't afford to spend. I've got too much fucking junk in this place anyway. Like people said, why don't you take your stuff up to the car boot fair? Well, I've got no way of taking it up there, have I really? It wouldn't worth me taking it up in like a little shopping trolley because, like, even a fucking shopping trolley wouldn't carry that much shit. And it cost me like a fiver just to open a stall. And I'd be lucky to make a fiver to get the fucking money back for set the stall up. All right, good night, Angela. Cheers for coming on. And go and get your sleep. Look after Dad, Mark. I'll be thinking of you. Salmon is nice, but it's bloody expensive. We actually on the River Wandle, you got like salmon on the River Wandle, but they're hard to catch because a friend of mine used to take me over. Well, he took me over there one day, showed me where the salmon are, and we cast out, and we caught like it must have been that big, seriously, about that big. And we tried to bring it in, but as we went to lift it up, the damn thing jumped off. That would have been a nice bit of like fish to bring home. But because he jumped off, we tried again. There were a lot, other fish in there like salmon. But the second one we got was only a small one, so we let that go. And I don't like taking fish out like anywhere. I'm one of those people who are like catch and release. Because you don't know what kind of fucking bacteria those fish got. Even when you cook it, it might kill the bacteria, but I want to see fish like survive and you know live their life and spawn and you know lay hundreds of eggs and seeing all those little tiddlers swimming around. Mark can't find me on Facebook. With me? What are you talking about with me? Don't worry, I'll put it on here. That's me on Facebook. And I don't really accept a lot of people now. I keep getting people asking to be friends, and if I don't know who they are, I don't bother. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about earlier when I first started. There's a particular ghost hunting group out there, and I'm not trying to cause drama or hate or being jealous, but they was in the newspaper, um, and they got a little bit famous because they went to a location and they told the homeowners that they had to leave because there's a demon in there, and the only reason they knew a demon was in there because they got their arm scratched. Now, I've always said you can't prove that there's a demon there because you get your arm scratched. It could have been a spirit that was pissed off with them being there. It could be a spirit that scratched them because they're trying to let them know that they are there. They're trying to reach out to you. Because you get scratched on your arm, don't mean diddly squat. And how do you know they didn't scratch your own arm? Because it can possibly done. Or you could be walking and like you know a piece of wood could be sticking out the door frame or something, or a nail, and you could like bust your arm against that and fucking scratch yourself. But yeah, a certain person was in the news saying that they got attacked by a demon. Amount of times I've been scratched here, I can't turn around and say, "Hey, I've got scratched by a demon in here." I don't do it for like the fame and fortune and all that shit. They're just trying to get their reputation out there, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's a bit fucking silly that people go to the newspapers and say, "Oh, I got scratched by a demon." Can they prove it was a demon? Where's evidence it was a demon? Bullshit, really. Oh, I can remove that now. Oh, hang on. Yeah, as I say, I don't really accept a lot of people on Facebook anymore because I think it's just a waste of time. What they do is they ask you to become a friend because you may know someone and they might think, well, I'll become a friend and get to know the guy. But the thing is, they never fucking message you. They don't talk to you, and they only do it to get onto your friends list so they can go through your friends list so they can like try and add them as friends so they get more friends to just add to their fucking friends list. How many people really talk to each other on Facebook? I've got like a couple of Facebook groups for milk detecting. I've got some Facebook groups for paranormal, but no one talks to me on there. No one. No, the only people who might talk to me is my family, my daughter, my son, or my sisters. I might get a few comments on some of the posts I might put up. That's it. No one actually comes to me and sends me a private message through Facebook saying, "Hey Steve, how you doing today?" Angela has done in the past, but and maybe those, but out of all the people on my friends list, right, which is nearly 700, I think. Over the last couple of years, I probably think I've only had about 4 or 5 people send me a message through Facebook. Steve Cooper is another one who sent me messages before. Mark Colston. But even they don't talk to me anymore. I think the only people who talk to me is my family, and that's it. I thought about closing my Facebook accounts down, but I've got like 4 or 5 pages up on there. I have tried removing a couple, but I don't know how you remove the fucking pages. I'm going to keep spending time, trying to find out how to remove one of your Facebook fucking page groups that you've created. Yeah, it's okay here, as long as you're not getting the arseholes causing you problems and trolling you and like, doing drama. Over the last year or so, it's been okay. I've not had that many trolls, apart from the Russians bringing up the fucking sex chat things. I've not had any problems with people I've had problems with in the past. Although I did get one unknown private fucking phone call earlier, and I knew they was watching because I could hear myself speaking through the phone, through the internet, and it was coming back to me through their internet, through their phone. So I knew they was watching. But, I just think it's fucking ridiculous, really. They want to spend money on making stupid phone calls, hoping I'm going to get pissed off and angry. Then let them carry on doing it, because I ain't going to get pissed off and angry. I'll just have fun with them there. I say, "Hello, did you miss me? Do you still love me? Do you want to still come and have a date with me, take me around the pub, or buy me a meal?" Usually they sit and listen for a few minutes and they put the phone down, which they did do. Actually, I've got to check on something. I don't think the guy would have emailed me, because I know he probably closed over the weekend, but I don't know if he... No, he hasn't. Just try and find out if the guy received my faulty Simplex metal detector control box. I know he's got it and signed it, or someone signed for it, because it went special delivery yesterday. Cost me fucking 15 quid. Not worth me putting any pictures up on Facebook of any finds I found today, because all I found was 2p. All the other was junk. Junk iron, lead, tin, bottle caps, pull rings, all that. I got fucking disposed of. I put a video up of me doing metal detecting, and then just like, blabbing away, walking about. And it was it for me. It's an hour and 4 minute video. I think it's about 30 minutes worth of video of me walking around trying to find stuff with the metal detector, and then from then on, it's me just walking around. Actually, 31 minutes 42 is me closing up my shelter, and 32 minutes onwards, just me walking around on fucking fields. There's me walking around this big field. I wish I can get access to this one, but it's actually like the local football field, which I can't get access to. Gone by, and they won't allow you to metal detect there. So I think from 30 minutes onwards, just me walking around and talking. I went to one place, right, not far from where my permission is. So I had to cut across the fields to get to this particular road. And I saw this house there, and like, I was just wondering if the fields I was crossing over would have belonged to him. So I've gone down this like across the fields, and there's like a little kind of like driveway there. So I've gone down, and there's a fucking like one of those warning signs, careful, dog wandering. It's got like a fucking like pit bull terrier or whatever the fucking dog it was. And like, I open the gate and I'm calling out to see anyone would answer because the doors were open. No one's answering, so I've gone to knock on his door, and this fucking dog, which looks like the exact same dog on the actual warning sign, came fucking running out and he's barking, showing his teeth, growling. I thought, no, okay, I'm going. I said, right, I'm going. And like this dog was really tear me apart, and I kind of like backed away slowly and fucking walked out. Then this guy comes out of his house, goes, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "I'll just try and find out who owns the land around here, mate. I'm trying to find permissions to do some milk detecting." "Well, do you know that you're on private land?" I said, "Well, there's no fucking sign it's private land. I'm just trying to find permission to do milk detecting." He goes, "No, you can't milk detect it. It's private land. Get off now." I thought, okay. He goes, "What way did you come through?" I said, "Across the field." He goes, "Will you go back across that field and don't come back here? It's private land. Fuck off." I thought, okay, you didn't have to be that fucking narky. I didn't say that, but I was saying it to myself, fucking hell, what a narky fucking arsehole. So I made it look like I was going back the way I came, but I didn't. I kind of made a little detour onto the second field, which has got like a footpath going down. So I thought, well, if he comes out saying, you can't go down that way, I'll say that's bullshit because that's a public footpath cut across the fields. And it goes down into like another walkway, which is covered by trees. Well, what a fucking ignorant, rude bastard, I'm just trying to to find out who owned the land, to try to find out, He's going, "Oh, you've upset my dog." Well, yeah, more like the dog fucking, like, scared the shit out of me. Because, like, before I even saw the dog here, I opened the gate and I thought there was someone standing right beside the gate here. But it's a fucking, like, lifelike statue of Elvis Presley, would you believe? Yeah, a lifelike statue of Elvis Presley. I thought, what the fuck? So then I've gone down to where this door was open, knocked on it. It's a fucking great big fucking Doberman. Fucking like, I thought he was going to fucking attack me. I said, "Look, I'm going." I got to the gate, and this guy calls out. He goes, "What do you want?" I said, "Right, mate, I'm going. Like, I don't want your dog to attack me because, like, I thought he was actually going to bite me then." And I know sometimes, like, property owners put like, these beware of the dog. He's got like the fucking pit bulls or Rottweilers, on his like flyers saying, "Warning, beware of the dog." The dog will attack or something. Yeah, but when you actually knock on the door, it's like a little fucking um, collier or um, some other fucking like dog. Not like what they've got on the fucking gate. It's more of a scare. More of a deterrent. So it was really fucking rude. He goes, "God, fuck off, you're on private land." So, all right, mate. I said, "Right, I didn't know it's private land. He goes, "Well, it's private land, get off." Well, fuck you, mate. Well, I'm just trying to find a particular guy, I was told he lives down here. So you don't know him, do you? I said, "No, I don't, fuck off." Oh, sod you, cunt. How rude, it was really fucking rude, I'll tell you, man. I really thought that dog was going to tear me apart, though. Fucking big bastard. Pitbull. Don't like them dogs. I don't even like little fucking Rockwool Terriers, to be honest with you. They like little fucking ankle snappers, they are. Because going back when I was young, living in Bexley, the neighbour across the road, she used to have a fucking little Yorkshire Terrier. And every time you go in the gate, go and have a cup of tea or just have a chat, that dog will fucking go for your ankles, I tell you, man. Get off, fuck off. And, you have to call out, for your neighbour to get the fucking dog off you. Can't remember the neighbour's name there, but I know her daughter's name was Sarah. I know you got, you can't really blame your owner because, he's trying to protect his land and his property, but he never said that it was his land. He just said, "You're on private property, fuck off." All I was trying to do is try and find out where this particular guy lived, if he knew it, or if he knew who owned the land, if I could get permission on the land. If he turned around and said, "Look, I own the land, but no, you can't protect you," fair enough. But he was so fucking rude and arrogant, swearing at me, telling me, "Fuck off, go back the way you came, you're on private land." There wasn't no fucking, I know, when you go to a house, it's private property, yeah, but, you saw no sign saying private land, keep off or anything, yeah. When you go to knock on the door, you're going there in respect and in peace, and you're trying to get information. You're trying to learn in one way, who the land belongs to. If there's any possible way you can get permission to milk detect on the land. But this guy didn't want to even listen to me. He was so fucking rude. Fuck off, you want my name. Get off now. I'm surprised he didn't fucking set the dog on me, to be honest with you. And if he had it done, I would have fucking rang the police up and said to him, "Look, I was just trying to find a particular person and a house. There's no private property sign, private land or keep off this land, kind of thing. Anyone can access it. There's no fucking proper fencing. The fencing that was there has all been fucking knocked down, not being looked after." I was glad to get away from them actually. But I had to go to find this guy, and they said that he lives next to a gypsy site, a caravan site, yeah. Well, I tried there, and they said, "No, don't live here." And the place next door to it, I thought it would have been a house, but it wasn't. It's another fucking caravan site. And I asked there, and they said no. But later on, I spoke to another guy further fucking miles away, and he knew the guy I was talking about. He said, "Yeah, he lives on the second fucking caravan site." So why did that second caravan site, when I asked them for the particular person, turn around and say no, they don't know him? They must know him. Maybe that's just kind of being a bit more cautious. They didn't want people on their land. But I asked this little girl, I said, "Do you know so-and-so?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, I think he lives up there." I said, "How many doors away?" "Oh, about 4 doors." No, he didn't. He lived in that fucking caravan site. But my landowner knows him anyway, because he said, he only rang my landowner the other day. And, I could have got the phone number off him to this guy and said, can I come over and speak to you? But I didn't think about that way. I just said, "Well, where did you live?" Gave me a rough idea, and I went looking, couldn't find him. So next time I go up to me bushcraft site and speak to my landowner, I'm going to say, "Oh, can you give me that number to that guy?" Because I couldn't find that. People I asked didn't even know the guy. They said he didn't live there. And you're saying he lives there. So, maybe I'll get the phone number and get the right location and go and speak to him face to face. Apparently, my landowner, Ron, said that this other guy's got loaded land. And because I know one, he'd probably turn around and say, "Yeah, knock yourself out and give me permission on quite a few fields." But Randy bugger tried, mate, without rabbit. Yeah, I've seen like dogs trying to mate with cats and cats trying to mate with dogs and trying to cause crossbreeds and shit like that. Can you imagine? Half dog, half rabbit. Yeah. You'd probably get arrested thinking that you've been doing some kind of like biological testing in Cambridge or something. Yeah, trying to create an unknown crossbreed like, the government does, they do weird stuff and science shit, don't they? Right, I'm gonna go. It's 12:15. How long I've been in the for? 2 hours 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I may eat the rest of my Chinese rice. I don't know yet. Might leave till tomorrow. Got some crisps and chocolate biscuits in, or chocolate wafers in the cupboard, so I might have a couple of wafers and eat the rest of my Chinese special flavored rice tomorrow. Gonna be a little bit dry, but I usually put like barbecue sauce or ketchup on it, to moisten it up a little bit again. Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Have a good rest of the weekend. I'll pop on in again later in the week, maybe, if I feel like it. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Bye for now. Good night. Pleasant dreams. Don't let the, what was it? What's that saying? Don't let the bed bugs bite. Think of positive things when you're sleeping, not negative. And think of tomorrow or today being a new, fresh day, and anything good or bad could be happening today for you. Hopefully, it's going to be good. Right. Catch you later. Good night. Bye.